Once upon a time, there was a sweet little girl who loved flowers and bunnies. She lived with her mother and father in a delightful cottage in a small village. Everyone called her Little Red because she always wore the rose-red cape that her grandmother had made for her. Granny lived just down the forest path on the other side of the village, and Little Red often visited her. One day, Little Red's mother said, "Red, today is Granny's birthday. I made her fresh pound cake and strawberry jam, her favorites. Take this basket of goodies to Granny. But remember, stay on the path and watch out for the big bad wolf. He's a sneaky and hungry wolf, and if he sees you, he may try to catch you. Go straight to Granny's and don't linger by the flowers."
Don't worry, Mommy. I won't linger and I won't be caught by the big bad wolf,
said Little Red. She grabbed the goodie basket and her stem cutters and set off down the path. Soon, Little Red noticed a cluster of flowers along the path. She was mesmerized.
I'll just pick a few,
she thought. Meanwhile, the big bad wolf was chasing rabbits in the forest near the path.
"Rascally rabbits! You're too cute! I don't like you!"
Little Red was startled to see the wolf in the distance, but she thought,
he won't see me if I hurry and pick just a few more.
But Wolf did notice Little Red picking flowers, and his stomach growled.
That sure looks like a tasty lunch,
he thought. The wolf crept up behind a tree near the path. He saw Grandmother's house at the end of the pathway.
I'll have Granny for lunch and the girl for dessert.
Little Red picked more and more flowers. She made a huge bouquet. Meanwhile, the big bad wolf hurried ahead and knocked on Granny's door. "Who is it?" Granny said.
"It's me, Snack. It's me, Granny, Little Red."
"Come on in, dear. I'm just in the kitchen making some lemonade." The big bad wolf opened the door. He crept up behind Granny, picked her up, and swallowed her whole. Then he looked in Granny's closet, took one of her bonnets and gowns, and got into her bed. Just then, Little Red knocked on the door.
"Come in, Little Snack. Come in, Little Red."
Little Red was surprised and worried to see Granny lying in bed.
Granny, why are you lying in bed? It's your birthday. I thought we would celebrate. I brought you a basket of goodies.
"Oh, dear. I know it's my birthday, but I'm not feeling very well,"
the wolf said.
"Come a little closer and talk to me, honey."
Granny, what big eyes you have.
"All the better to say it with, my dear. Come a little closer."
But Granny, what big furry ears you have.
"All the better to hear your little voice with, my dear. Come to Grandma."
Granny, what big nose you have.
"All the better to smell your sweet, sweet perfume, Little Red."
But Granny, what big teeth you have.
"All the better to eat you wet. I'll eat you alive."
The big bad wolf pounced on Little Red and swallowed her whole. Then he fell into a deep sleep. In the wolf's belly, Little Red saw Granny and gave her a big hug.
"Oh, Granny, Granny, I knew that wasn't you."
"Of course not. Today is my birthday. We should be celebrating. What will we do?"
Don't worry, Granny. I know just what to do.
Little Red took out her stem cutters and cut the wolf's stomach right open. They jumped out of his belly and then sewed him up. The hunter was passing by. He noticed the wolf's paw prints leading to Granny's door.
"What happened here?"
he said.
The big bad wolf ate us, but we cut our way out,
said Little Red.
"What should we do with this big bad wolf? You know, I'm not only the hunter, but I'm also the village wizard."
A wizard? How cool! I think we should turn the wolf into a cute little bunny rabbit. I can take him home and keep him as my pet.
Abracadabra, kadoo,
said the wizard, and with that, he bopped the wolf on the head. The wolf woke up and screamed as he noticed himself shrinking into a cute.
No! I'm turning into a bunny.
Finally, Granny, Little Red, and the hunter enjoyed the cake and lemonade for Granny's birthday. And they all lived happily ever